fingers on the doorknob. What's the worst that can happen now? She regretted the question immediately. Lydia wrung her hands. Mary dislikes me and uses that brooch to cause trouble. I've heard her spur the girls on. I have to do this right, and then... Paislee hated for confident Lydia to be so overcome. She opened the door a crack to see who it was, and then widened it with relief. Lydia's father, an average-looking man of 55, smiled worriedly. Matthew's asking if we're ready, Pat. Alistair peered into the room. Matthew Dalrymple was Corbin's best man. The other groomsmen were his 3 brothers. Paislee was Lydia's matron of honour, and her bridesmaids were Corbin's stepsisters, Rosebud and Hyacinth, and a Smythe cousin. There'd been a drawing among the many girls, and Centre had won. Did you find the brooch, Da? Not yet, love. The lasses are asking, discreet as they can. By lasses he meant bridesmaids. The guests were already seated, but none of the wedding party had yet made it to the altar, or things would really be awkward. Paislee's son, Brody, sat with Lydia's mother, and Paislee's grandfather, Angus, on the bride's section. Paislee was the only one Lydia had chosen for herself, and she wasn't budging from her best friend's side. Alistair, in a tidy kilt of navy blue with black and silver accents, entered the room fully. The silver matched Lydia's silk gown. Alistair often joked that he and Mrs. Barron were plain Janes, blessed with a changeling for a daughter, who was all things beautiful and kind. He put his steady hand on Lydia's lower back. Think to where you saw it last. Aye, that's a good idea. Retrace my steps. Lydia glanced at Paislee, and then her dad. The bridal party was crammed in here, getting all dolled up with the makeup artist. There'd been 6 altogether. Paislee gestured to the vanity. The minister brought in the box with a handwritten note for Lydia, wishing her luck. Mary offered to have the brooch professionally cleaned. Lydia touched the diamond engagement ring on her finger. The couple was going to exchange platinum bands at the altar. It's agony that Corbin is at odds with his family over me. It's bad enough I'm divorced. I didn't have a title or family money. She gave an annoyed snort. Sorry, Da. No offence taken here, Alistair said gruffly. You've done quite well for yourself, and your mum and I are that proud. Harlow Becker entered the room. You find it? The lass was barely 20, and dating the youngest Smythe brother, Drew. Her fine features and bright blue eyes conveyed a delicate prettiness. Her family was old railroad money. She'd been welcomed with open arms, unlike Lydia. She was also a friend of Hyacinth's, who must have enlisted her help in the search. No, Lydia said, her voice shaking. Harlow's gaze took in the messy vanity shop before returning to Lydia. Matthew wants to know what the hold-up is. We canna worry Corbin. Lydia paced the room, arms crossed. We had to tell the boys something. Harlow shrugged. So Rosebud said you suffered a case of nerves. At that, Lydia raised her chin. I do not have nerves. I want to marry Corbin. So forget the pin, Alistair suggested. It's not that important. Lydia whirled toward her father. He will only want to marry me if I didn't have it. He does too, Paislee said. It was his stepmother stirring the pot about bad luck. He wants to, Lydia conceded, but it will be World War III if I didn't have the Luckenbooth pin attached to the Smythe plaid ribbon in my flowers. During the dress rehearsal, Mary strongly hinted that Corbin should replace the brooch with another, but he didn't, out of principle. Alistair's expression grew concerned. Is the brooch expensive? The Luckenbooth I gave your mum was silver. We can buy another. You're sweet, Da, but this one...